Following video contains an off-meta build. DPS hybrid. Healer DPS. Hybrid healer. Healer DPS. DPS healer hybrid. Whatever way you wanna flip it, this build will have you frothing to log on and make this build. Viewer discretion is advised.
Let's come in here, see if they fucking do anything. If not, we'll go somewhere else. It's clearly they don't want to. Oh. Got him.
Damn. Well.
Behind. Fucking bot.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Let's go! Let's go!
I'll give him that. That was a good one. That was a good little fucking good little tussle. Oh my god, fail.
Get down, bitch.
What's
I
going
never
on?
use a mouse and keyboard, bro. I saw that straight.
What did he say?
I use a mouse and keyboard.
Controller. It was easily noticeable, bro. I've been playing PC for over 7 years, something like that.
8 or even 50, even 17 minutes.
You've been playing PC for over 6 or 7 years. We'll go to play PC then.
Forever, bro.
Go play PC then.
That shit.
No, he's got a point.
Alright, we're just gonna pause the stream for a sec while I 1v Mace, just in case it's ultra embarrassing.
Rogue agent eliminated.
I'm kidding. Come on, lighten up. I'm joking.
Hostile
On the
restored
night.
hive detected.
Jeez.
Rogue agent eliminated.
Do it again, Lord.
That chunks. 210 crits to the head.
Thank you for the opportunity. And I'll let you know if I need some of that.
Explosive seeker mine detected. Hostile explosive seeker mine detected.
I actually thought you were gonna be a smart ass and fucking shock me.
Healer was returning to base. Rogue defender drone detected. Hostile defender drone detected.
Ah, fucked up a
Medical
strike then.
assistance needed.
Stupid! The more people tell you it's not possible, that it can't be done, the more you should be absolutely determined to prove them wrong. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation.
Nice.
Hey hunters, it's duck season, so that means we got a lot of first-time hunters out there. I'm gonna teach you how to use your shotgun today.
Detected. Hostile defender drone.
All our shotguns come preloaded, so to start shooting, all you gotta do is aim it and pull the trigger.
Ooh, I just want to 1v1 someone with this again.
Rogue defender drone detected. Hostile defender drone detected.
Is there no one else?
Oh boy. Oh!
and I miss you.
It's not my gem. I don't buy gem. I buy honey, and I kiss it on the lips.
Rogue agent detected. Extraction performed. Initiating rogue protocol.
Yeet.
Rogue
Hacks confirmed.
detected.
You're a wizard, Harry.
It is otherwise an inanimate object. It is only with human interaction that this becomes something quite different.
Rogue explosive seeker mine detected. Hostile explosive seeker mine detected.
Did I get it?
Look at me. What about me would make you think that I care about your opinion of me? Your opinion of me is not the opinion that I have of myself. You ain't make me, so you can't break me.
Vibe blowing at the J, got the loud jumping at the pay. Everything I'm on slack. Everything I do is got the Benz jumping at the bay. Vibe blowing at my J, got the loud jumping at the pay. Everything I'm on slack. Everything I do is got the Benz jumping at the bay. Another milestone, look at that. Paper boy, I'm a paper route till I'm 6 down on my back. I'm an old soul like my dad. My old girl still a fan. Yo girl at the live show, so don't act like I ain't the man. I'm kicking my feet up, you freak like Aretha. I'm calm, but I'm teed up, just flip me a stack. The re-up just doubled up off of the muscle, I stuck to the task. They see me, I'm troubled, I'm bubbling up till it's stuck, and they want me to stay where I'm at. I'm good everywhere that I'm stepping, my presence is crucial. You know that this shit not no trend. On a big wave, I'm controlling the tide. Snake eyes when you rolling the dice. So with the stakes inside, I can never take another nigga advice. They can't reach the sky, I'm aiming up high. I just wanna know what it's like. Y'all know what it's like, I come from outside of this. Out the quicksand, I'm the big man, doing big things. Cop a big change, up a state lines, doing stage dives on cam. It ain't no limit to my vision. Check the temp, I'm on fire with it. Got the band jumping out the bag, Prosecco on ice. I'm nobody nice, go run up a check. Demand my respect. I'm doing the most, I never quit. They want me to quit. I'm good as it come, I'm good as it gets. Vibe blowing at the J, got the loud jumping out the pay. Everything I'm on slack. Everything I do is got the Benz jumping out the bay. Vibe blowing at my J, got the loud jumping out the pay. Everything I'm on slack. Everything I do is got the Benz jumping out the bay.
Oh, I didn't flag. Ooh, call home, I saved your life. Back past the surface. Ripped.
God, I love that. God, I love that.
Plum here, g'day champions, how's it going, and welcome back to another Division 2 build video. You know I've got the best when it comes to weird and wacky builds, and today we're going to be taking a look at my hybrid DPS healer build. I've been using this one over the last few weeks in certain servers, and I've been having a ball with it. A massive shout out, GG's, and thank you to all those in the opening montage that helped me test out the build. The combination of damage and heals is right in that sweet spot for me. However, this build is pretty flexible on how you want to make it. If you want more damage, then go more damage. If you want more repair skills, tweak it that way. I originally made this build so I could use the capacitor as it's been so long since I used it. And while it does work great, I feel other guns are better suited. The playstyle required to use this build can be a little bit tricky. I'm nowhere near being a great player, and I've never claimed to be. I just get really bored of running the same builds day in and day out. So I just love to play around with wacky shit, and this wacky motherfucker works a treat. This build's taken on servers and walked away on top. We've taken on full meta builds, double companion builds, other hybrids, and so much more, and this build holds up against all of them. Yes, we're going to die from time to time, but we just respawn and we go again. No toxic ego or small dick energy stuff. Just a great build that's super effective and a lot of bloody fun to use. But before we get stuck into the build, welcome back to all you amazing subscribers. If you are new to the channel and you're enjoying the content, you know what to do. Pull your finger out and give that sub button a click. Make sure you engage with this video. A like, a share, a comment, it all helps with the magic and the wizardry of the YouTube algorithm. Doing all this stuff is going to help the channel and our amazing community grow. And don't forget to check me out on all my other socials, including Twitch, Discord, Facebook, the works. All the links are in the description below. Righto, with all that said and done, let's get in and check out the build. No reds, 3 blues, 3 core skill tiers, giving us 1.3 million armor. Now because of our bonuses and our specialization, we actually have 5 skill tiers, and using our pistol will give us 6. We have 1 piece of Grupo, 1 electric, 2 pieces of Brazos, 1 piece of Fenris, and 1 piece of Alps. Most of this gear I already had. The gloves for me personally were probably the hardest ones to get. Now the keen eye viewer might have noticed that I don't have the capacitor saved. That's because I've started to use the shotgun as my secondary. I'm still trying to work out what I prefer. Running 2 different weapon types does allow me to play the build differently depending on the situation. I have saved this loadout for team play, but it's an easy enough setup that you can switch some mods around if you need to. And when it comes to checking out the guns, don't panic, I've got you covered. I'm going to go over all the stats of all the guns that I used in that opening gameplay. But starting off, we're going to check out our specialization and we're going to be using Technician. Now depending on what weapon you want to use as your primary, the linked laser pointer is going to help a lot. This is going to help pulse our targets and will allow us to proc perfect or normal flatline. Also, please double check that you've got the correct weapon type selected. All that opening gameplay, I wasn't spec'd into my shotgun damage. 15% more weapon damage is enough to make a difference on any build. Technician will provide us with a passive +1 skill tier, and we can also unlock a passive 10% skill healing. The armor kits on Technician are instant and can be handy to repair nearby skills. But the most underrated and overlooked perk is Faraday Field. Party members within 5 meters of a deployed and undisrupted skill are immune to shock and disruption. All those players that charge in at you to melee you with the St. Elmo's, they're left red-faced and sheepish. And yes, that happens a lot. Things like the EMP sticky, they're not going to disrupt you either, but they do stagger you. So getting into the habit of dropping a chem and squiggling around at times can be your best play. For the primary weapon, I've got the Kingbreaker. Expertise to level 23 and it's fully maxed out. With all that said and done, our base weapon damage is at 132,000. The talent is Perfect Flatline, amplifies weapon damage by 20% to pulsed enemies. And the way that we're going to be pulsing our enemies is through our mods, which is the linked laser pointer. Aim, it pulses, you shoot, easy damage. Our secondary is going to be an M870 shotgun. This one's not fully expertised and it's hitting for 1.4 mil. The talent's normal flatline, which amplifies our weapon damage by 15% to pulsed enemies. Again, the linked laser pointer is proccing the talent. I have only just started using the shotgun on this build, so I'm still trying to get the hang of it. And because we use the capacitor in that opening gameplay, let's check out the stats. Mine's expertise to level 21 and that's got it hitting for 115,000. There's a couple of downsides to the capacitor. It does only have 41 rounds in the mag and you don't really have a damage talent on it. We do get 7.5% weapon damage per skill tier, giving us a total of 37.5%. But even with that, the Kingbreaker is going to hit harder. The Kingbreaker comes with higher base damage, it does have a slightly slower RPM, but it's also got a larger mag size and I feel that's what makes it better. What do you think? Are you team capacitor or team Kingbreaker? Let me know in the comments. And for the pistol, we're going to be rocking the TDI card for that +1 skill tier. Now that it's equipped in our hand, we reach 6 skill tiers. The talent that we're going to be using is Finisher, giving us 30% more crit hit chance and crit hit damage when active. Righto, now let's check out the gear on the build. First is our Grupo mask. The Grupo brand set gives us 15% crit hit damage, we've got a skill tier, max crit hit chance, crit hit damage, and we've gone with a max repair skills mod. The mods and attributes on this build can be tweaked depending whether you want more heals or more damage. For the chest piece, we're going to be using the Henry. Now the brand bonus doesn't really apply to this type of build. We've got max armor, crit hit chance, crit hit damage, and a crit hit damage mod. The talent is Perfect Companion. While within 10 meters of an ally or a skill, total weapon damage is increased by 20%. This is where using this sort of build can be a little bit tricky. Playing close to your team when they want to run off and chase other players, or when the player that you're fighting wants to run off to pop an armor kit and you need to run back, pick up your hive so you can keep Companion active, can be a bit difficult to play. But it's all practice. The more you use the build, the more you'll figure out when you can play more passive or when you need to play more aggressive. Look, I'm not great at it and I'm still trying to figure it out for myself. You know me, I'm always trying to get those me versus everyone moments and I definitely get caught out. Just like trying out any new build, practice is key. Now, can you use other chest talents? Sure, why not? Unbreakable would give you more survivability. Spotter would definitely jack up your weapon damage. Even Empathic Resolve would be an okay buff to your team damage, but it would also drop our damage output. Personally, I feel Perfect Companion is a nice middle ground. For the holster, we're going to be using the Picaros, which is the first of 2 pieces of Brazos. We get some skill haste and a skill tier from the brand bonus. We've got max armor, crit hit damage, and 15% weapon damage. Now you do want this item on your build because while you're sacrificing a little bit of crit, you're raising your weapon damage. For the knee pads, it's our second Brazos piece, max armor, max repair skills, and max crit hit damage. For the gloves, we've got our one piece of Fenris. This one took me ages to get and I did actually end up crafting it. Fenris gives us 10% AR damage and we've got a skill tier, max crit hit chance, and repair skills. I do want to farm a badger piece just like this one so I can swap it out depending if I'm using ARs or shotguns more. And the final piece is our Alps backpack. Alps gives us another 20% repair skills. We've got a skill tier, max crit hit chance, crit hit damage, and a max repair skills mod. The talent is Companion, because it wouldn't be a double Companion build if we weren't using double Companion. While within 5 meters of an ally or a skill, total weapon damage is increased by 15%. So that's 35% weapon damage increase by using double Companion. A wise man once told me playing close to team members and skills will bring great success. I'm still waiting for that success. So that's the build. Now for the skills, we're doubling down with double heals, starting with our healing hive. 32 charges, healing for over 164,000 in PvP. Not gonna lie, it's a nice steady heal to play inside of. This is going to increase to over 180,000 with the TDI card in our hand. Our second skill is going to be the healing chem launcher and can hold 8 chems. The PvP alloy repair is over 453,000. When we've got the TDI card in our hand, this goes up to nearly 500,000. Adding more repair rolls onto the build will increase your heals, but it will also drop your damage output. Righto then, fine print time, let's check out the stat sheet. The Kingbreaker, we're at 44% crit hit chance and 132% crit hit damage. Remember, this loadout has been saved for team play, so having a Coyote's Mask in the team would take this to 54% crit hit chance and 142% crit hit damage, or even as high as 157% crit hit damage. Proccing Finisher will give a further 30% crit hit chance and crit hit damage on top of all of that. Our Flatline Shotgun's at 39 crit hit chance and 132 crit hit damage. And the Capacitors at 44% crit hit chance and a massive 162% crit hit damage. Our all weapon damage for the Kingbreaker is at 48% with 40% AR damage. The shotgun is 36% all weapon damage and 30% shotgun damage. And the Capacitor's got a massive 83.5% all weapon damage and 40% AR damage. But even with the damage increase from all our skill tiers, like I said before, the lack of a damage talent really makes the Kingbreaker a better option. So that's the build champions, an off-meta DPS healer hybrid that just works. Heals and damage that work in a team and solo is next level awesome. It's a pretty easy build to piece together. It can take some time to get the hang of using, but it's not the same old boring ass meta bullshit trash that you see everyone else using. It's fresh, it's different, and it's a lot of bloody fun. So what do you reckon? Are you going to be a champion and have a crack at my off-meta DPS healer hybrid? What modifications would you make? Let me know down below. So that's going to wrap it up for this one, champions, and like always, show your content creators your support, like, share, comment, and subscribe. All this kind of stuff really does help support myself and the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next one. I'm Plum out.